All right, so here we are with Yuriy, and he's going to go ahead and show us some of his art that he contributes as well. Yuriy, tell me a little bit about what you do.
I do wood-fired ceramics. Here are some examples of my work. It's handmade, it's hand-built, everything is, I'm not using a wheel. And I'm inspired by nature. I use a lot of the geometric organic dualism in my work. And everything is wood-fired. I usually travel down to New Mexico, Santa Fe and Taos area to work with a crew I had discovered there in my travels before and connected with. Everything is fired for several days at a time. It's very labor intensive. And the surfaces you see on a lot of these pieces are natural. The wood ash and the atmosphere in the kiln actually colors and creates the texture on the surfaces. The clay is otherwise untreated in these particular pieces. As you can see, there's a lot of variety. I do a lot of different things, smaller pieces. Some of the newer work has been geometric in nature. I make molds that are tessellated, and I press clay into them. This one's glazed. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, so then can you tell us a little bit about like what inspires you to make such interesting designs like this?
It's kind of a flow state situation, so everything comes from my head. I do a lot of snorkeling and nature diving stuff in the ocean. I think that influences it. Geometry and nature itself, really. That's what inspires me.
Okay.
Here's a replica of a seashell, for example. Let me pull it down for you so you can see the interior. There's a spiral tunnel going down the interior, and the exterior matches, you can see. It's structured very much like a natural shell. And representation-wise, it's all pretty abstract so far, but I'm starting to head in a direction. Some of these pieces have faces, kind of abstract faces built into them. This one has a facial structure referring to the four directions. There are four faces looking each direction. So there's some representational stuff starting to happen. I worked with polymer clay for a number of years, and that was a very geometric affair. There's a lot of stuff that I learned about geometry, tessellations, and three-dimensional forms, platonic solids, things like that. And I draw a lot of information from that as well. I'm trying to basically replicate the patterns and the geometry I learned in polymer in ceramic now.
Okay, excellent. I love hearing this. There's a lot of subtle thought that goes into this that you guys can see. The more you stare at it, the more you have it, the more you can appreciate it. So look at this here.
Here's an example of a glass bowl. This is a decagon, and this one is convex. The one above it is concave, and it basically is the same pattern, but it's a reversal.
So it's the exact same, just opposites, right? It's creating something completely different. Excellent. Okay, so Yuriy, if I wanted to collect some of this art, keep it in my house, appreciate it, where can I go to find some more?
I have work available online. I have some information there. Also, I show down in New Mexico at Rotten Stone Pottery in Arroyo Seco outside of Taos. And I also show at the Manitou Springs Art Center in Colorado, just outside Colorado Springs.
Okay.
My new studio will be there, and I have a show booked about 2 years out from now. And that will be a pretty interesting body of work that comes together. I'm curious about how that works. I work very slowly, and I build up a lot of bigger pieces over time. But my work will most likely be available on Etsy. Recently, I've opened up an online shop, so
Excellent.
It'll be there.
And that's right here where we can see it. What's the website for the online shop? What's the address?
Siambiosys at Etsy.
Siambiosys at Etsy is where we can pick up some more of this great art. Yuriy, thank you so much for giving us a little bit of your time here, and we'll continue on in the future. If you guys want to see some more of this, take a look at it in the future. Some big things coming up. All great things happen with time. So thank you so much, Yuriy.
Sure thing.